What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Xbox One Elite controller. Yes, that $150 premium accessory you can add to your gaming arsenal. Now I've had it for a week and I feel I can give you a proper review and a full rundown, unlike people who put out a review the day after it's been released. But anyways, let's start off with its features. Taking a look around the Elite controller, you'll notice right away its black and silver stealth theme. The A, B, X, Y buttons are blacked out with silver triggers and bumpers above. The face of the controller is relatively the same, but you now have a 1 and 2 profile switcher in the middle to switch between different button layouts and configurations within the Xbox Accessories app, which I will get into later. Around back you'll notice some new additions, one being the trigger hair locks, and below that are the new paddle buttons. These are actually pretty significant because it allows you to press buttons without having to take your fingers off the triggers or thumbsticks. The 4 paddles are magnetic and they're actually very easily removable. They simply slide right into place with its special T-shaped fitting, making it extremely effortless to reassemble or remove them on the fly. The green buttons are what triggers the action, and putting the slightest bit of pressure on a paddle will actuate the button. They come in a longer and shorter paddle size, but you can really put them on in whatever way you want. And as I pointed out earlier, above that you have your trigger hair lock switches. These make it so you don't have to press all the way down on the triggers for it to register. This is great for shooters. If the lock is on, you can fire more shots much quicker than you normally would due to the shorter travel distance. Now while we're here on the backside, the controller has this really nice knurled texture on the handles, making it much easier to hold in your hands. And that's not the only difference. The entire controller is finished in a rubberized matte coating, very similar to what's on a gaming mouse. This rubberized texture will again make it much easier to hold. Now the biggest thing about this controller is its ability to be customized. You already saw the paddles on the back, but it doesn't end there. The D-pad in both of the thumbsticks can be removed and changed on the fly due to their magnetic connectors. Taking off the D-pad will reveal a magnetic green D-pad, and that will give you the choice to either apply the regular silver cross that we're used to, or the option to use the new disc-like one with some geometric angles to it. This new D-pad I think is awesome. It is a huge improvement. It's great for games that require frequent D-pad actions like fighting games, and the disc shape enables you to easily roll your thumb along its ends for a more accurate press. And swapping out the thumbsticks are another feature. Yes, not only do you get the textured thumbsticks that are stock, you get a pair of concave thumbsticks and an additional pair of taller convex thumbsticks. This will greatly benefit people who like the concave feel, which can be better for aiming and accuracy. Inside the included carrying case, you'll find a section that holds all your optional accessories. You can store the back paddles here when you're not using them, and they also store your 2 pairs of thumbsticks that are not in use. Now before we get into my overall thoughts and opinions, I have to explain the Xbox Accessories app. This app is available for the Xbox One and PC because yes, you can use this controller on your PC if you choose. The app is what gives you complete control. Once you are in the configure menu, you can remap any button on the controller to be another button, and the advanced button mapping lets you change every single function, especially for those back paddles. If you don't want to take your finger off the trigger, make a back paddle the crouch or jump button to get the best of your opponents. You can also change the left and right thumbstick sensitivity, which won't change the actual force of the thumbstick, but just how quickly it registers. You can change between a slow start, fast start, or an instant start. Personally, I just keep these as default and I change the sensitivity within the game I'm playing. Next are your trigger sensitivity functions. You can customize the sensitivity of your triggers by adjusting their maximum and minimum ranges. You have 2 options for customizing triggers with the hair lock mechanism on the back or with the sensitivity section within the app. And this pretty much allows you to create your own hair lock. And again, the switch works great for shooting games because it reduces how much you need to pull on the trigger to fire. And lastly in the app is your Xbox One logo brightness and your vibration percentage. I keep the vibrations at around 75% to preserve some battery, and the Xbox logo around 80% brightness. Now that's all said and done, here's my review. People may scoff at the idea of dropping $150 for a controller, but honestly, this is the first product in a long time that I've used and thought to myself, wow, this is definitely worth the price. You are paying for top-notch build quality and all the additional accessories, which in my opinion easily could have been priced at $200. The controller is noticeably heavier, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Now I know that should be expected with the magnets and the new build internal features, but it will take some getting used to. One thing I was worried about before I bought this was the magnetic thumbsticks. I play some pretty aggressive FIFA and I was worried the thumbsticks would fall off if I got too forceful with my thumbs, and they don't at all. They don't even budge, and they only come off if you pull them upward to swap them out. You could even lift the controller up by the thumbstick and it still won't come off, so good job Microsoft. The new texture is absolutely great. in terms of its appearance and the way it feels in my hands, but two things kind of annoyed me, and that's where I'll give you some of the downsides. The back paddles are a killer addition, but far too many times I press them on accident. Since they are so close to the back of the handles, I found my fingers pressing them just due to naturally holding the controller. It did take some time to adjust and find a new way to hold the controller to avoid pressing them, but if you have larger hands, this will be an issue. You can obviously remove them if you're not going to be using them, or use the smaller paddles on the bottom as a result. It's going to take me a while to get used to my new grip with them installed, but I did just want to point that out. Lastly, this is a personal annoyance, but I'm all about visual aesthetics. Why in the world is that pairing button on the top lime green? I mean, right in the center of a silver finish? I think an all flush silver appearance would have been much better, but that lime green button will not grow on me. Deal breaker? Definitely not, but it bothers me personally. So that about wraps it up. For $150, I think this is definitely worth it. The additional accessories and the nice hard shell carrying case is a bonus as it is. You now have a controller that is definitely going to give you a competitive edge over your opponents. That's kind of unfair, yes, but hey, you're paying for it. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Xbox One Elite controller, and if you want to see my unboxing video, I'll drop that in the description down below so you can check it out. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up to show your support. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, or hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. Feel free to follow me on there. And lastly guys, if you like this video and you want to see more tech reviews in the future, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, that's going to do it. I'm Random Frank P. Have a good day.